Welcome to the SDA Housing Podcast, brought to you by NDIS Property Australia. Before starting this episode, we need to provide a general disclaimer. Information contained in this podcast is general in nature only. It does not take into account the objectives, financial situation, or needs of any particular person. You need to consider your financial situation and needs before making any decisions based on the information in this podcast. And you should consider seeking independent and professional advice for your personal circumstances. All right, let's begin.
Hi everyone, it's Eryn here in the office. It's only me and Min in the office right now because all of Brisbane is flooded and no one else can get to the office. But Min and I came in because we don't have power at home. So Min's here. Say hi, Min.
Hello, everybody.
And we're talking with Debbie today. We haven't had Debbie on before. And we're just going to talk about the company journey and about Debbie.
Hi, everybody. Nice to get a chance to speak to you all.
I'll start off with, where are you, Debbie?
I'm actually in Nevada, over in the US at the moment, on family business, but great place to be and certainly better than where you guys are at the moment. It's very dry in the Nevada desert.
Were you snowed? You got snow the other day.
We did, yeah.
It doesn't snow here, it just rains. Just rain.
Yeah. And it doesn't snow often here, maybe once every few years, so less to be able to.
Once not, maybe we'll never see it again.
Maybe not, yeah. So woke up to 2 inches of snow on the ground. It was amazing. Lasted about 4 hours. Vanished. There you go.
That's a lot though, 2 inches. What's that, like 4 or 5 centimetres?
Yeah, about that.
Ish, roughly. That's pretty cool though. Well, tell us a bit about like what you do with us, Debbie, and your journey with the company.
Absolutely. Right. Well, I'm the marketing manager and I was the first person that Min brought on board when he started up NDIS Property Australia back in mid-2020. I came on board basically because I was stuck in India and my business, which was a tour company in India, had obviously, because of the pandemic, come to a sudden grinding halt as of March 2020. So Min, who I worked for in the past, who's a good friend, made contact with me and said, hey, listen, I've got this new project and I'd like you to come on board and help me get things going. So I've been busy working with Min for the last 18, 19 months now to start business up, making the website and helping him throughout get things going.
Yeah, and it's pretty booming at the moment. We've brought on board Luba to help you out.
We have. Luba just started a few weeks ago. So she's helping with the marketing because we're doing a lot more now where we're doing a lot of social media work. We're doing all these podcasts. We've got plans to do all sorts of exciting videos and just general promotion to help people out there who wish to invest in NDIS property find us and get information that would help them make a decision on where to next.
Yeah, we're working on lots of ebooks and new landing pages and everything, which we really excited when we get that up and running.
So Debbie,
and then Luke.
Debbie, sorry to interrupt. Debbie, how many ebooks are you and the girls putting together in terms of different topics and everything? Yeah.
At the moment, we're going to be doing 4 ebooks on the different category design of the SDA homes. So, and they're also going to be linked to landing pages. So we're upping our website presence a lot.
So that's one for robust HPS. The other two? My brain's just gone.
Livability and fully accessible. Yeah, absolutely. So we're working on the robust design at the moment because at the moment we've got a lot happening in terms of robust properties on our stock list.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed like there's been a lot more robust coming in. And it's in pretty pretty high demand as well.
It is. I think it's becoming known as a really viable design option for investors because it's such
for sure,
and massive undersupply.
Yeah. I guess we could talk a little bit more about the rest of the staff as well. So who have we got? Me, being Eryn, you, Debbie, Min, Matt, Emelita, Ruba, Shannon, Naomi,
Donna,
and John. Did I miss anyone?
Paul and Rob, who are leading
Paul and Rob,
New South Wales and Victoria. So we've got a great team going now, and this has happened really quickly. We started with Matt back in the middle of last year, back in about June, July, I think.
About May, June, yeah.
May, June, yeah, to help us out. We were getting a lot of inquiries coming in, and just the two of us weren't able to handle all those inquiries. So Matt, it was wonderful coming in and picked up understanding what we do very quickly, and he's become a very integral part of the team.
We love Matt.
Yeah. And slowly we've taken on others in the team late last year, and there's even been a few joining in the last month or so. So we've got a great team. We've got John's one of our agents, as I mentioned, Paul and Rob, who are in Sydney and in Melbourne. And the rest are in Brisbane, helping out with sales, with marketing, with admin, with our contracts, of course, helping our buyers through the process from the back end there.
Yeah, and even just we've got Shannon now, who's literally is helping people call up, get information, any questions they have. She's there.
That's right. And Shannon comes from a very interesting background. She's actually got a brother who is an NDIS participant. So she is a carer. So she's got a very in-depth background that we are finding is invaluable for our understanding of the participant side of things, which is fantastic to have her insights being brought into our team.
Yeah, and she's just the most beautiful person as well. So she's great to have around. Yeah. Where are we headed, do you think, Debbie, like as a business growing all that sort of stuff? What do you think? Sort of.
Well, we have a lot of new projects coming on. We're connecting with some really good organisations throughout Australia, builders, developers, as well as SDA providers. So we are only going up and onwards from here in terms of the different kind of products that we're going to have available for our investors to purchase. We are going to start having a lot more homes coming on the market that are built or close to being built for tenants so we can find tenants for those for our investors. So there's a lot happening and exciting.
We've got that new builder now. We're hoping to get some packages from a new builder who can build a house in, what was it, like 2 months or something like that?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
In my last two episodes, I actually mentioned the word prefabricated, and that's actually incorrect. So Karen from the building team in this company, she spoke to me on the phone today at the airport. Hello, Karen. And she said to me, make sure we actually say manufactured housing, not prefab, because we're not a prefab builder. We're a manufactured housing firm. So I apologise to Karen there, Karen and David, but we'll make sure that we get her on the podcast in the coming 4 weeks when we fly to Melbourne at the Melbourne Disability Expo to interview her for a podcast.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited to go down. I've never been to Melbourne, so very excited.
So we'll be bringing Matt and Eryn down with myself down to meet the builders, developers, referral partners, provider, meaning still providers, and to just networking at the Melbourne Disability Expo. So that'll be great to do as well.
Yeah, that'll be really good, I think. It'll be very exciting. Min, do you want to add anything onto what Debbie said about the company?
Yeah. The growth of the business here with all the new staff is been wonderful to see because there's just so much work. I mean, as Debbie will attest, when we were doing our South East Queensland rollout of opportunities for investors to look at for SDA, it was hard enough by itself just working with local product for sale. But now we're going to the southern states like New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, Western Australia. That we need more resources, and that means manpower or women power. Sorry, most of the office staff here are women to help with all the contracts.
Yeah.
We help with all the products, all the contracts, all the inquiries, all the new third party relationships we have out there. It is a growing business, and we already know. We'll show you more the statistics of how much undersupply we are for the SDA market in NDIS very soon. So, Debbie, you'll be uploading the information on the website too, won't you, Deb?
Oh, I certainly will be.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yeah, so the growth of the business is really because we need more staff to help out with all the workload we're doing here. It is tough handling so much at the same time, but we are loving the opportunity to help more of the investors and participants out there in the marketplace. Yeah, that's what I have to add to what Debbie said. Yeah,
it's great. Like, even I started in, what was it, end of November, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only been here, 3-4 months, pretty much. And even then we've brought on 3 new people since I've been here, because it's just growing. Like, it's really cool to see like the team growing. But I feel like we're a pretty tight-knit team though over here.
Yeah. We're not the traditional business out there. We believe in what we do, don't we, Debbie? It's Debbie, you want to clarify this? It's to be part of the NDIS and the SDA sector, you got to really believe in the culture, the environment, the product. It's very much passion led.
Oh, absolutely. It's a difficult niche market to be working in. So firstly, we've really got to have an understanding of the market, of the whole industry, especially in terms of the accommodation side, disability housing. So you've got to have a passion if to succeed at that. And I think everyone in our team has that, which is fantastic. Everyone's coming together really well.
Yeah, and we want to separate ourselves from the rest of the market to show that we're not just a business that wants to flog a product like so many different agencies in Australia who are just putting their foot in the water to try out this thing called NDIS, right? We all we do is NDIS. That's all we do. We do nothing else but that. And we want to specialize in the marketplace as a property agency, working with developers and builders and providers and participants to give them a bespoke kind of product, not a cookie cutter product whereby the minimum standards are all that is delivered. But we want to have custom made, if possible, and above standards to the marketplace to allow people to live in their forever home for a long time. That's the important thing. So we're here for the long haul, aren't we, Debbie?
We certainly are. Yep.
Not going anywhere.
Well, I'm going somewhere soon. I hope to get back to Australia later this year. But
you're going to Brazil in 2 weeks, so just living the life over there.
Yeah, well, if you're in North America, then as a traveller has been my background, then taking all the opportunities I can to see a little bit of the southern continent as well. So I was in Colombia recently. Brazil will be the next trip before leaving stateside.
Oh, are you going back to India?
We are, yes.
Anything else to add?
Yeah, there is one more thing. I mean, this morning when Eryn and I were on our way to the office, we were debating about the impact of the floods and the rain, the weather.
Oh my gosh!
So we've been through the 2011 floods, and I'm sure we're all aware of what that was 11 years ago. But I mean,
yeah. Well, I lived out in Ipswich when that happened, so we were right in the thick of it.
A lot of Toowoomba, Ipswich, and the low level areas in Brisbane are all underwater. There've been a few deaths the last few days as well. I mean, Eryn, you've seen the photos and the videos. It's pretty intense what's going on out there.
Yeah, even just around home, like pretty much there's 1, maybe 2 streets that you can actually use to get out now you can't get into the city, I don't think. I think they've pretty much closed off all the bridges and everything. Like, it's everywhere is pretty cut off and isolated at the moment because there's so much flooding. Like, the river has come up. I think it's
3 meters.
up a good
3 meters.
3-4 meters now. And it's supposed to get higher overnight.
And
I was like, really everything.
And I'm bringing this up to the audience now because this impacts construction.
Yeah, we were talking this morning. What did we predict? You reckon it's going to push back about 2 months?
I reckon 1, you reckon 2, but we'll see. And
the
weather is the weather. We don't know how much more rain coming through the next week or so, or 2. We don't know. So just give you our listeners a understanding. If the areas of construction, meaning the land sites, are all flooded with water, it takes time for it to subside and dry. Then there's challenges of workers being in the construction industry getting from one part of the town to the other side of the town to build houses, right? Then there's delays of trucking of supplies to those locations, right? If parts of the city or South East Queensland are underwater, then there's going to limit the movement of personnel and raw materials. So that's going to be at least a month minimum, and you're saying 2. Okay, it could be 2. Yeah, so already before this flood issue in Queensland or South East Queensland the last week or so, we're looking at a delayed construction timeframe of 10 months to deliver a product from site works. So if it's 10 months already.
That was
yes.
That was because of we have had a lot of rain like this summer alone, and then the outbreak and everything.
Yes, the COVID scenario, the supply chain, the lack of workers, all that. But now we have another thing called the floods on top of this. Now that's got to add at least another month or maybe 2, as you say. So weather does have a major impact on construction all around Australia, all around Queensland. And this will obviously affect the rollout of the delivery of finished product, being SDA properties and dwellings, for the people who need it most, the participants who are disabled and cannot get around. So, and this is why it's important to understand that if you diversify your areas, locations, the type of designs, meaning HBS, IL, FA, robust, the type of product, meaning a villa, an apartment, a house, a duplex, right? You diversify those factors there, it does minimize risk. So this right here is, an issue here with weather. Okay. And no one can predict weather, obviously, but there are some parts of the country which are more prone to heavy rainfall and cyclones and all that kind of stuff. So as we know, Townsville has to be part of the upper north part of the Queensland, which is prone to cyclonic weather activities as well. So anyway, I'm going off track. I always go off track. So today's all about Debbie. So welcome, Debbie, to the podcast. We hope you have more of a association with all the rest of the audience in due course. And we really look forward to you coming back to Australia in the coming few months, I guess.
Likewise, I do too. And I look forward to recording more podcasts and telling more stories and giving more information to our listeners.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome.
Look forward to doing it again soon.
Yes. Bye-bye. Look forward to talking to you again soon, Debbie.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure you are subscribed and following us so you can keep in the loop with all of our upcoming episodes. We would really appreciate it if you could leave us a 5-star rating, a written review, and to share this podcast with those that could benefit. Until next time, catch you on the next episode.